Yo, hey guys, Smallmouth Crush on
Says waiting for
location.
smallmouth crush.
Why does Eric have to talk and interrupt my introduction all the time?
Ah,
What's going on, buddy?
how you doing, man?
I'm hanging in there. It's been a long couple days. We're at the Great American Outdoor Show in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and this is day 19, I believe.
I know. Day 19. That's incredible. Wow.
It seems like day 19. Let me try to get the comments up here.
I've done it.
I'm working on a small little laptop here.
And I'm somewhere in PA.
Guys, I hope we have good internet tonight. If it doesn't work,
Too.
we're gonna try one
You're
time.
fired.
One time, and then we're out. What's going on?
I got my gigabit connection.
There we go. We'll let a few people get on.
Boom.
What's up, Sean? David Brown, what's going on? Team Hernandez. Jim, there's nothing I could do. I tried to work with the manager at the hotel to get us some lighting, but so let's talk, man. Let's get a few guys on board here, and then our plan tonight. So we got an interesting lineup. We got a really interesting show if we can pull this off. Let me adjust my screen. I'm working on a real small laptop. Yes, I'm still here. So here's what we're doing tonight. We wanted to.
It's like watching the Iowa caucuses.
So you guys have seen our videos on our live feed the last couple of weeks, and we've been talking about, you know, all the good fishing. You guys seen us fishing around that bridge up on the St. Lawrence in the spring. Well, we have another video fishing that location, but we want to break down really how we expand an area. What do we mean by that? Well, you saw us catch fish on a grub. You saw us catching fish on crankbaits, inline spinners. What else did we talk about? Eric, need some help?
Baits,
Did we?
crankbaits, jerkbaits, grubs, swim baits.
That's right. So today's quick video that we're going to share with you is going to be us expanding our area. So we found some fish off of that, basically that bank. It was a steep bank with some really good cover, but we caught a lot of fish. What did we catch? 100 fish off that bank in 3 days, maybe more.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
By the way, I like your hat, Eric.
Yeah, they were stacked.
I like your hat, Eric. Did you pay for that?
Hey, you know what? Everybody, this nice smallmouth.
Other side.
I'm out for a full day at Harrisburg. So no, I appreciate the compliment of sportswear. I can proudly display smallmouth crush. Jason Mostel, if you're watching, I'm not wearing a Shimano hat. Proudly wearing smallmouth crush. I'm part of the team. I'm on the pro staff.
Yeah, I don't.
Pays pretty good.
That's right. Anyway, so back to the video. We're going to talk about expanding your area. We want to work a couple different baits on that same bank and see if we can catch some bigger fish, which we certainly did. So I'm excited to show that video. I just want to get a few more eyeballs on board here and see what we got in store. So once we watch the video, we're going to talk fishing a little bit. Then we're going to open up to an open topic. Back in the bar behind me, we got the filthy anglers in the house. We got some crazy French Canadians from some lodge way up in Alaska or wherever they're from. We got a trout fisherman, all kinds of crazy people. And a new business venture that I think we should talk about that I don't think Eric really knows too much about, because we started this business less than 48 hours ago. We're going to get into it all.
It's incredible. I just want to see how I get involved. I got a special guest in the out. I only have one though, and his name is Zell Rowland. He'll be joining us tonight in studio.
Nice.
Thanks for joining us, Zell, all the way from Texas. Thank you.
Man, oh man. All right, you guys ready to watch that video? Let me hear
Oh,
the comments.
what's up, Wild Bill?
Oh, Lake Cumberland. Jared, what's going on? I keep looking at the camera here. I gotta look up there. What's up?
Yeah, that's there's a lot of things to look at. You got a bunch of overlays, so I can be looking at all those. My phone's popping off. Yeah, it's hard. Just focus right there in the camera.
I'm a little nervous because every once in a while, it cuts out your voice anyways, but you sound like a robot.
Yeah, yours too. So we're doing pretty good. But once again, it's not me. I got a gigabit coming through this house. Wow. You're in a hotel.
Well, the Best Western Premier
do the math.
Doesn't have a gigabit. So
we're going to give it our best, man. We're going to give it our best.
There you go.
I know, man. I know. They spare no expense.
All right, guys.
I'm set up, buddy. New machine, new internet.
All right, let's play the video if you guys are ready. Eric, keep your comments to yourself as minimum as possible.
Oh yeah.
And let's
it's it, man.
Let's check it out. Yo, it's Smallmouth Crush, back at it again. I'm with Epic Eric. Today we're going to be trying a lot of different baits on a particular stretch of bank. I'm going to get into it why. That's all coming up. What we're doing, we actually made a bunch of videos down this bank the last couple days.
Yep.
And it's a special bank. We're not just here because we have nowhere else to go.
It's crazy.
It is an awesome bank. There's some good fish on it.
There are.
But we want to learn it a little bit more. In fact, let's say there was a tournament coming up.
Yep.
I know you guys are faced with this stuff, perhaps, and you're trying to really expand on what you already know.
Sure.
That's what this video is going to be all about. We know we can throw spinner baits, square bills, up tight and shallow.
Sure.
But there is some good rock offshore, a little bit deeper in that 10-foot range, and we think there might be some giants living down there. We're trying a lot of different baits here. I actually have a nice setup. I'm going to be throwing a jerkbait just like yours, a Vision 110. I'm using clown. You're going to use ghost, whatever color that is.
Purple back.
There you go. I'm going to use that, the Chippewa.
Yep.
Has been putting some good fish in the boat. I
is
pulled
that the
out.
slow float model?
It is.
Okay, cool.
Yep. I pulled out the Alabama rig and I have a DT10 tied on. So I want to expand on this bank. I assume you're going to chuck that bait around a little bit.
Yep. Jerk bait them and
the
a square bill.
And the square bill.
The Tacklecraft balsa.
Okay.
Yep. And then maybe throw that Kitech.
Absolutely.
That swim bait.
Sure.
Slow roll it.
Well, let's get to work, see what we can find out.
Let's do it.
Okay.
We're coming down the same bank. The concept is to shoot a video to see how special this bank is. So I switched up colors on a crankbait. Listen, man, Tacklecraft from Texas. He painted those actually square bills that Travis has been yanking them on. But this is his balsa square bill.
Oh.
This is the first fish that has seen this crankbait for me.
Look at that.
And look at this stud. I mean, are you kidding me? First fish I caught on this crankbait. And it's a slobber! TK! Tacklecraft, baby. Oh my gosh, he's got one time left in it. Can he let him? Oh my God, this is a thick fish.
Yeah, it is.
That is, listen, you know, I think TK was inspired to make this bait in the image of the Balsa B1, right? Bagley's. But there was a company called Zoom, WEC. Ed Chambers did pass away. He made about 3,000 crankbaits a year. So TK said, man, give this a try and tell me what you think. TK, if you're watching, I'm telling you, you nailed it.
So guys, as you can see here, we have a point that comes out. There's some good rock down there. And then this whole stretch is really kind of an eddy. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
The current's flowing out here pretty strong, but up tight to the bank and then out into that 8 to 10 foot range, I think there's a lot of fish hanging out. It's been basically from this point to that bridge has been so many fish down there. There's 25, 30 bag of smallies sitting down there. and we're gonna find out if we can catch them.
Let's see.
So the Vision 110 you're throwing that on a spinning rod.
I am.
I
didn't have my
I'm
full
gonna be
complement
honest
of
with you,
gear.
Eric. That's not what I do.
I didn't have my full complement of gear. I was limited in the tackle I could bring. Travis brought 40 rods to my 7. So, you know, no, I don't throw it typically.
Okay.
But you saw the video on the flap slap. I nailed them on the spinning rod.
Right.
What just happened?
I don't know. What you got?
I don't know. I thought a bass slacklined it for a second. Oh, there he is. I wish the spinning rod worked better for this application.
Oh, stop.
I'm just kidding. He's a little one anyway.
He is a little one.
But you know, we're in the game. Okay?
We are.
So far, the jerkbait caught a little one.
A little one.
But it did catch a fish, so that's telling us something.
But we're looking for some big ones.
We're looking for way
All right,
bigger
let's do
ones.
it.
Let's do it, man.
I gotta get my $20.
Oh, there was a 5-pounder with that fish.
Really?
Oh my God.
I gotta get my $20 jerkbait back.
Yeah, that was a big fish with this little fish. Trust me when I tell you. Better fish.
Well, they're getting bigger. There's some decent fish here, man. I mean, a 3-pound smallmouth is nothing wrong with that. You caught that one again on the jerkbait, right?
Yeah.
So guys, I'm actually working the Mega Bass Vision 110 Plus. You got the shallower one.
Yep.
Dude,
That's a
Dude.
giant.
I think we figured some things out here.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Look at the size of that one.
What?
Mega bass.
That's the importance of expanding your water. Don't you think?
Oh, I do. That just proves the point that those bigger fish were deeper.
Yep.
And you know, I mean, look at that, man. That is a absolute slob. That's a slob of a fish. Be really careful with 3 treble hooks at a bait. I'm gonna do it like the pros. Wow, dude.
Wow, look at that stud,
Man,
dude.
the stud, Vision 110, came down the same bank we've been hitting, got the bait a little bit deeper, and as Travis predicted, the bigs are there. Let's go see how many more we can get.
So I made a couple casts with the Vision 110 deep, +1. And I just have a feeling here. I'm in 10 feet of water. I want to throw a DT10 off the bank. Eric's still going with the
Vision 110.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, wow. They're there. They're right there in front of the boat. That's a pretty good one.
That is. So guys, Eric's catching some pretty good fish on the jerkbait. I'm being stubborn. I was throwing that DT10 for a while, could not get a bite. Finally, I switched. I'm going back to this Chippewa crankbait. It's a really good crankbait. Nisheen. And I'm gonna work the crankbait while he jerkbaits. Another good one.
Decent, he's 3. I'd rather see a 4 or a 5. But I think we're gonna get a couple more, man. I saw some big fish follow me that last time.
Yeah, we did. You saw a couple giants follow me.
Yeah, man, they were studs.
Okay.
And that one I had hooked up was gangly. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So.
I don't really know what gangly means, but that's
Gangly.
fine.
Big.
Man, you're really putting the schmack down on some decent-sized smallmouth.
That's a good one.
All right, well, congratulations, Eric. You did it again.
Thank you.
Okay, so we went up, we went down. We were going with the current, and I wasn't feeling it. You liked the line up on the jerkbait, though, because it allowed you to work it more effectively.
That's correct.
But I feel that going up into the current's the deal. And you're wrecking them on it. I'm going to stick with that
Chippewa.
with the Chippewa. We're going to go down this bank one more time, guys. There he is. Dude, get in the boat. I need that crankbait. There we go. I think we worked that bank pretty good, Eric. What do you think?
We did, man. And there's only one casualty. See that red marking on that cloth?
I don't think that's going to make it, but
that's blood. I gave a lot on that bank, man. I gave it my all.
Yes, you did.
In fact, I even gave some blood for that bank, man. Can we call that the blood bank?
No, that's stupid.
All right.
I mean...
The blood bath?
No.
Whoa!
Anyways, listen, guys, or... I don't know.
Listen, guys, I don't know how to end this thing. If you're up on the front with Travis, make sure you duck. That's my only advice for this episode.
Working and expanding water. When we looked at that bank a lot closer, we realized just how deep that was, for one, correct?
Yep.
7 foot right off the bank. That's where those fish were hanging out. You were basically catching a fish pretty consistent on that mega bass jerkbait.
Yep, Vision 110.
And I caught a few cranking. I couldn't get anything deep cranking. If we were in a tournament, I think we narrowed it down that, you know, as of the conditions today, that jerkbait's the only way to go.
Yeah.
And I think you could put a 25+ pound bag in the boat doing that.
I would agree.
But we got more waters to fish, more videos to make. And so we're going to end this one. I do want to thank you guys for hanging out with us and watching this the series of videos that we made up here. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Leave any comments and likes. And as always, until next time, we'll see you guys on the water. There you go. What do you think of that, man? We caught some really good fish off that bank.
Man, that was ridiculous, man. Those eddies, it was nuts.
How's your head feeling, by the way?
What do you think they were? Why were they there? Why were they so stacked? Why were they so stacked?
Well, they were just, it was a pre-spawn deal. They were just positioning themselves, and you know, it's good current, that eddy system. We caught so many fish tight to the bank, but as we went out, look at that. Those jerkbait fish were crazy.
Yep. Thick.
I'm just reading the comments. It's funny.
I know, it's awesome. I want to show the jerkbait that I was using.
Yes.
In the pack,
do.
this is not the actual one that I was using that day, but it's a Mega Bass Vision 110, and I think if you only could buy one color for all fish, largemouth, smallmouth spots, it would be GP Pro Blue. Boom. There you go. I do switch out my hooks on this. They come with the out barb hook. I think they're super light wire, so I replace them with the Gamakatsu number 5. And you know, for anybody who jerkbaits, a really good tip I just picked up recently was, you know, sometimes you have those fish nip at that back, splitting on the back hook, and you'll pick up a few more fish. Little tip for you. Boom.
That's nice.
And you can also weight it to slowly sink with a lead strip between the first hook and the second hook if you want to do that.
Absolutely.
You know, because you either want it to suspend, you know, or slowly sink, right? Because there's a shad die-off in the fall. And I'm going to show you one more. So this is not a very well-known Mega Bass jerkbait. On the lowdown, just for people to tune in, it's Ito Shiner. So it's a little bit larger than the Vision 110. I don't know if you can see that in frame, but the Ito Shiner will kind of pop out about 30% farther on the jerk and the slash. So it has a lot more, it's a wider action jerkbait, and sometimes it's, you know, just something I haven't seen. It produces just a different look. So if you're mixing it up, if your partner's throwing a 110, look into the Ito Shiner. You won't be sorry. They're hard to find, but they're still out there. They still make them. Yep.
So a couple questions.
How about that?
Do we ever put a red hook on the front? Certainly. I talk about that a lot, especially.
I do.
I really like a red hook on a topwater bait, like a walking bait or a pop bar. A jerkbait, it does make sense to put a red hook. The whole goal with a red hook is I don't think the fish are attracted to the hook per se. Like they're not coming at that bait because of the red hook, but I think that last split second when they decide to bite, they have a choice about how they're gonna bite that bait. And with a red hook in the front, that's when they come around and grab it, and you want to get them in the front. That way you got the other two hooks. Uh-oh, I heard a weird noise. Are you still there, Eric?
I am.
Okay. I hope our internet's gonna hold up here.
Yeah, for asking me what I said. Split ring on the back hook of your jerkbait. So an extra split ring will get some of those winter fish that are nipping at the bait. You'll hook them up a little bit better.
Hey, I want
And
to get...
if you watched our one video where I was using that, I think you got it, Ira, that flap slap. I had a red hook on it up there, and they mashed it. The Gamakatsu red hook is actually gold, so they shoot red paint off. You get gold and red, and there's not a lot of baits that I've seen that are stocked that have gold hooks. And gold is a dynamite, flash appeal to especially that bluegill color that I was using in GG gills. So shows them something different.
So we had a comment. Somebody said something here, and now I lost my train of thought. But next week's live video, we're going to actually throw some jerkbaits around, and we're going to attempt to catch 50 fish in an hour on a jerkbait. Did we get the job done? I don't know. Find out next week, Wednesday. So I'm getting a lot of I'm getting some feedback here via phone, and they're saying Eric's cutting out a lot, and I'm pretty good. So I don't know if your little gigabyte improvement's the deal.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know, but we actually have somebody I want to give a shout out to. Kyle Carpenter, buddy of mine back in Wisconsin's watching the show. Probably the first time he's ever watched my videos. He's kind of a dick like that, but want to give him a shout out. He runs the Wisco single series, so it's a tournament based out of Wisconsin where you actually fish against a full field of 50, 60, 70 guys, but you don't have a co-angler or anyone else in the boat. It's just a singles team event. And their season starts in May on Lake Winnebago. They go to Green Lake in June. July is La Crosse. August is Shawano Lake. And then the end of August in Sturgeon Bay. And then the Minocqua Chain in northern Wisconsin. I'm sorry. I'm listening to this and text me as I'm talking. But check that out.
Yeah, there you go.
I want to give a shout out to Kyle. He's a good buddy of mine. He has a really cool series. It's his second year. I've only fished one event, and I sucked at it. I didn't win, so maybe next time. We'll just check in the comments.
Hey, real quick, since our inline spinner dinner video didn't come off, I wanted to show for a lot of people that were asking questions on the YouTube video that you did post. This is the shyster. And so one thing that a lot of people were talking about on that video last week was line twist. And can you see that line tie, how it's bent up? So this prevents, it's actually a keel weighted, because this is your line ties right there. This acts as a keel, and so the bait doesn't spin. But it's got a really unique blade, throws a lot of thump and vibration. I mean, this was my number one spinner when I was a kid growing up.
Well,
they still make them. You can get them on the Rapala site, by the way.
Look at that color.
How about that one? Yeah, man. How about that? Crazy, right? I don't know if they make this color anymore, but yeah, pretty cool. They make a black and yellow. They make white and black. There's an all black one with a black blade. That was an old school one. Shysta.
So we got.
And they make them quarter ounce, eighth ounce, 3/16.
So we got a couple comments, Eric. They're asking if I was using the 110 plus mega bass. I could not get the bites that Eric was getting. I was using the 110 deep. That's a fact, Jack.
Man, that's just where they were looking up. They were looking up, man. They wanted that bait up in the water column. It's crazy.
Yep, absolutely.
Wasn't it?
That's right. So I'm just right now we're just kind of waiting. I'm hoping the filthy anglers and some of these crazy guys having fun back in the bar here are gonna join us shortly. Oh, I got a funny, Eric. I got a funny story. So
yeah,
and I wanted to do it tonight, and I totally forgot. We're gonna talk about it. Remind me next week. A gentleman came up to my booth, and I
Yep.
bought a shyster and 2 Bagleys from 1970s off of him. It's a funny story. I'm going to share it on the next live because I forgot to bring the baits with me today. But that was pretty cool. So I got a shyster in my possession.
Well, I brought some baits.
These are
I
from
brought
the,
some.
These are from
Like OG.
These are from the 70s, dude.
I know, man. It's crazy. This is a 70s shyster.
No,
These aren't new, man.
That looks way too new.
These are vintage. No, they're pristine. They were never used. Literally, I bought a bunch of them from a guy who had never been used. Like, this was like 10 years ago, man. Yeah, they're not new. It's awesome. Because they don't make these colors anymore. Like that one, they don't make.
All right. Well, you didn't pay as much as I did for mine.
That ain't been made for a long time. That's for sure. But you ponied up.
That's right. That's right.
You man. Hey, so Travis, I want to show you everybody like in the wintertime what gets me through. I like to paint baits, so I got these on clearance at Dick's for like nothing. So I took this is what is this one? Is this Storm? Yeah, it's a Storm bait. So it's the Brandon Palaniuk. It's like they're a
Guys, we're back. Sorry for the inconvenience. Can you hear me, Eric?
I got you, man.
You're behind now. Keep talking.
Oh, right? Yeah, I am.
Okay. Well, we lost a bunch of viewers now.
Everybody hear us?
We lost a bunch of viewers. We got a thumb down. Frick.
I know.
Oh, man. Ray, can you hear us, buddy? I'm trying to refresh, guys. We should be good. We lost a bunch of viewers, though, just now.
They lied, man. They lied. We good. Yo.
Well, the problem
Jeff Riddle.
Chuck,
Okay,
listen,
Ray Stickles says, yes, I'm back.
It's totally
Darlene.
different internet.
48. We're back up to 48.
Bro, I'm trying.
Good here. Good here.
All right, guys. We suck at life, all right? Give us a break.
Travis, where's Travis?
Listen, so now's the time.
Oh, man.
Eric.
Yes, sir.
Can we talk about
I'm speaking slowly. What?
Can we talk about my new business venture?
I think you should.
Okay, good. I'm really excited about this. So let me tell you a story, and hopefully Chuck, the co-founder of the company, is going to come on board with us here. So we started a, what would you call it? I'm going to tell you what it is. It's called Leopard Print Hunter. So you go on the Instagram. I'm gonna type it on the screen. It's called @Leopard Print Hunter. We started this 48 hours ago. What we do, because sometimes these fishing shows and trade shows, they get there's some little lag in the excitement. So we developed a game. So we actually hunt leopards, but not the leopards you think. We hunt people wearing leopard clothes. You digging it, Eric? It blew up. It literally blew up. It went viral overnight.
It went viral. Unbelievable, man.
We got. So I'm actually on my Instagram right now, and I'm going to check and see if I can convert some of you viewers here to take a look at our. Let me know in the comments if any of you guys have followed the page. If you've checked out any of our posts yet. Because I think by next year, I'm going to be done with the guide service, done with the smallmouth crush, and we're going to be focused on hunting leopard print. Eric's like,
full-time leopard print. Wow.
Eric's going to take over.
Wow, that's exciting times ahead.
That it is. Man, we grew in the last 20 minutes here that we've been live. Corey goes leopard G strings, whatever works, man. William loves it. Some people saw the page. Ray's wife says she can't stop looking at the leopard print. That's the thing, dude. I honestly think that this is gonna go viral. Like, so I bought the domain. I got the Snapchat domain, the Facebook domain, everything on social media, YouTube. Right now, we're focused on the Instagram, but it's growing.
Man, that's incredible.
You don't even know what to think, Eric.
No, I don't.
No.
I think you've been at the show too long.
It's been a real good show. It's been cool meeting a lot of you guys.
Hey,
a lot of familiar faces, a lot of new guys.
For side business. Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, that's funny. There is some guys following that are watching the episode. I'm gonna check right now. I'm gonna refresh and see if you guys went over that Instagram page right now.
Okay.
Yep, we got one. Gilly just started following.
I saw Corey Gillis is in.
I think
Leopard Lures, baby.
We might have to make Eric a moderator for the account. No, he is. Does your wife wear any leopard, Eric?
My cat wears leopard every day.
Come on. You have a leopard collar?
Maisie's into it, man. Maisie's into it, dude.
Really? Man, so I don't know how long this is going to go tonight, but.
Yeah, Bass and Passion says he wears leopard for lucky underwear, during the derbies. And you got to wear a pair on live when you go live on the water in the summer. Speedo style.
That's funny.
I mean, if you're going to be the proprietor and founder of a Leopard Print Hunter, you got to show your passion for the leopard print. Full on.
Uh-huh.
I'll do a leopard bait, we could print some leopard baits up, hand painted.
Right.
Leopard style crankbaits. Oh, man. Leopard pattern rods, camoed in. It just doesn't end. Leopard camo line. Leopard camo rod wraps. Are you kidding me?
I really like the leopard colored crankbait. Nobody is.
I can see that. Oh, the Baitman TV. What's up, Baitman TV?
What's going on, man?
Damn, man. I dig his stuff, dude.
Absolutely. Oh, man, it's growing. Ray finally started. Your wife was following yesterday.
Baitman TV. It is a glorious mess of baits behind me, bro. It's chaos down here, man. This is where I don't have to be organized in my life. I run a small business, and when I'm down here, I'm just in my element, man. I don't have to clean shit up. I can find it when I need it, man. It's just chaos. Bait chaos. Hey, I think I'm going to start a channel called Bait Chaos. 24 hours of lures. What, I got about 10 years of content down here?
Uh-huh.
I honestly, right?
I think so.
I think people would watch. Yeah, man. Oh, leopard wrap boats. Holy shit. Leopard earache apparel. Hell yeah, David. You know it, man. Leopard decals.
Maybe next year.
Dude, look at that. People are just streaming in the ideas, man.
I think next year at the shows we'll have a 30-foot long booth just dedicated to leopard print, and that's it.
I'm just completely fascinated to see how this business plan works out.
I'm excited.
What's the long-term vision?
Honestly, long-term vision, I think.
I know you're excited.
By next year at this time, I feel we'll have over 100,000 followers. And basically we'll take that and be able to advertise any leopard print, company that wants to sell accessories or merchandise, clothing, and we'll get paid to talk leopard.
100,000 subscribers by next year.
Yeah, it'll surpass what I'm doing right now. Like that.
And there you go, guys. He's out with 100K subscribers is the goal. By February 5th of 2021, he has set the mark.
I just text
Global, worldwide.
worldwide. Oh man, so here's so I don't even know where to start. We got a lot of stuff going on. It's been crazy this week. Um, so next week Wednesday, our live session, we're going to talk about Eric and my attempt to catch 50 fish in an hour on the jerkbait. Did we pull it off? You'll have to find out. After that, so Thursday, the conditions look good, Eric, and I wish you were coming with us, but I'm going to be doing a show up in Messina, New York, and the Messina Fishing Expo, and I might get a chance to fish with Will on Thursday up on the St. Lawrence for some big old smallmouth. They didn't get a lot of ice up there. It looks like some of the main boat launches are still ice free, so I'm going to have a blast fishing Thursday in the middle of February, right? And then we have after that, I believe I'm in a show in Suffern, New York, Oaks, PA, and then we got the Bassmaster Classic down in Alabama. So a lot of stuff going on this month for sure, and into next month. I'm just reading through the comments. Carry on, Eric. You got anything else to share?
Yeah, me too. Tons, man. What's the rest of the show looking like tonight?
Me? Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't you have some special guests?
I do, but I'm getting texts from them. They're in the bar and they just got dinner, so we're gonna
Gotcha.
For a little bit.
Okay. Well, I got a few things.
Good.
I got a few things. So somebody asked about the Mega Bass X70. Ever throw it?
I have not. I'll be straight up.
Okay, I'll tell you about a Mega Bass.
I don't own an X70.
Oh, that's fair. I'll tell you about a Mega Bass. The Mega Bass for dinks and just numbers of fish. It's called the Trick Darter. So I'm going to type that in case people don't hear me. Mega Bass Trick Darter. So let me see if I can pull one out. It catches numbers, man. Yeah, numbers. Mega Bass Trick Darter.
While you're doing
talk about some old school jerkbaits.
While you're doing that, Eric, can I share a quick story? If I may.
Dude, absolutely. Go ahead.
Very disappointing story, guys. So
yeah, please do.
We know what happened with the FLW and the fact that. So here's really the whole lowdown. So before I made the championship in Kentucky, I was planning on going with because Bowers Marine takes care of me. I buy all my nitros from them, and they became a Ranger dealer. And so I was looking at going with a Ranger because of all the contingency and the fact that there's a Ranger Cup, and I was going to fish the FLW and all that. And long story short, FLW merged with MLF. They took away the championship. They left us 12 anglers who qualified for it, basically high and dry. You guys saw my video and know how upset I was over that. So I canceled my Ranger order. I'm going with a Nitro next year, which is fine. I'm happy with it. The only reason why I wanted to go with Ranger was because I wanted to fish the FLW Opens more and focus on that. I thought that was going to be something I was going to do. So it turns out this year, because we just had the question, what are you fishing? I'm fishing a lot of tournaments now. I have to boycott FLW for at least 1 year to get my point across. It kills me not to be able to fish, but it is what it is. With that being said, you ever hear of the 1,000 Open? No? Eric, come in.
I'm sorry, did you ask me a question?
Yes,
I thought you were telling your story.
I asked if you heard of the 1,000 Island Open.
What? Yes, I've heard of it.
Yep. It's
when you tried to register and you couldn't get in.
Yeah, well, I was going to share that story. It's a pretty big tournament up out of Kingston, Ontario. There's 100 teams that can fish it. Prior to last Saturday, if you fished the event in the past, you could sign up. And on Saturday, it was open enrollment for new teams. So I had everything planned out. I was going to go up there. I was going to fish that tournament. And I got busy with the show and kind of slipped my mind. So at 4:30 that afternoon, I logged on to sign up. And it said, registration full. I sent a message to the people that organized the tournament, and they basically told me that at 12:10 a.m., the tournament was sold out. So you had to be online at midnight
Damn.
in order to get into it. So a little upset with that. I'm number 6 on the waiting list. So that's kind of a real bummer because that would have been the only major big tournament that I was going to fish next year.
Well, you were telling the story. I was trying to dig out some baits, and people were like, "What the hell is he doing?"
I heard.
So I just dug out some old school.
Really distracted.
I dug out some old school.
Let's share.
I'm sorry.
Share what you got, buddy.
So you got. I mean, like, arguably one of the very baits ever made was the Rogue, right? So that's the original Rogue that I grew up on using. You can see everybody that I got a red hook on the front there. So yeah, I do outfit them. But that bait, you know, either in the blue back or black back with the orange belly, it is just a dynamite bait, man. But Smithwick made a couple other versions, and the next one I'm going to show you is the Pro Rogue. You can still find these on eBay. The lip's a little deeper, and that bait will get deeper. That's an IU color. I changed out the hooks on this one to that Gamakatsu number 5 I was telling you about. That's a black nickel hook. If you can find those number 5 Gamakatsus,
Sit down, buddy.
it's dynamite.
Hey, brought a beer. That's cool.
Yes.
This is a bait.
Perfect.
This is a rogue that you hear some pros talk about, but not much. It's probably one of the larger rogues, but it's just a bigger profile. And man, I know some tournaments have been won on that, no doubt about it. Here's a cool one. This is kind of a transition one. This is a Lucky Craft Bevy Shad. And, is it a crankbait or a jerkbait? Talking about for numbers of fish, dynamite little bait. You can slash it and rip it like a jerkbait, but you can also crank it. Pretty darn cool. Here's one that's like, I don't know. I loved it when it first came out. Fished it and caught a lot of fish on it. They stopped making it. It's a Lucky Craft. It's a Stacy King model. And it's got that high back shiner kind of look to it. So just a different profile bait and definitely catches them. And finally, for numbers, this little Mega Bass Vision, everybody's heard about the 110, but the 95 is just kind of like a little sleeper bait. So there you go. That's Pro Blue too, by the way. That's all I got. Brought out some old jerk baits and some new ones.
Well,
and some transitional ones.
If you know,
man.
Special guest on the couch here. He's French Canadian,
the bait
so he's
man,
a little bit hard
the bait
to
man
understand.
said, "Don't talk about that Debbie shed." I'm sorry, what?
I have a special guest. He's French Canadian, so he's a little hard to understand.
Hey, man.
Welcome, FX to the show.
How you doing?
Eric, say hi.
Hey, FX. FX, how you doing?
FX, what do you do exactly, FX?
Hey, I guide.
Real loud in the camera. Camera's up there.
Okay, well, I guide hunting and fishing in Labrador, Alberta. I've done Manitoba and Quebec, and now I'm in Newfoundland for moose and bear.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Crazy. So
moose and bear.
So we met a few days ago, and he's just been hanging out, having a blast with myself, the co-founder of Leopard Print Hunter, Chuck, Walt from River Song, the Alabama boys. Oh, I hope they show up tonight.
I got my first leopard yesterday, and I was so excited. It's really a big waypoint in our lives, you know. It's gonna be huge. Invest now.
That it will be.
Oh, it's perfect. We have a good time up
man.
here. Fun.
It's all good.
It's great.
What do you think, Eric? You're still like, he doesn't get the whole leopard thing
Yet. But everyone will, you know.
Oh, by the way, Eric's going to be here at the outdoor show Saturday?
Saturday or Sunday?
Oh, you're switching things up.
Hey, you ask about leopard hunting.
Could be.
Leopard. Absolutely.
Got a buddy who's turned 50,
But I haven't brought
so
someone leopard hunting yet, so I don't guide it. I just,
Right.
I'm still recreational.
I hear you.
It's not professional yet.
Man, what's your biggest, what do you catch up there? You catch any bass?
There's not a bass within like 1,000 miles where I work.
How far, where is it exactly?
Labrador's this like sliver of Quebec that was given to them when Newfoundland was put into Canada.
Okay.
So it's not in Newfoundland, but it's part of them. And since it's not in Quebec, they let trout live for a good while, and they're still freaking huge. So
it's a big lake trout.
not even brook trout, man. Like
Brook
3,
trout?
4, 5 is normal everyday stuff, and 8 pound is what you hear about and you dream about and you don't catch often, but when you do,
An 8-pound brook
just
trout?
blows your mind. Yeah.
Okay.
Natural.
You ever
we-
catch a brook
Wow.
trout, Eric?
Kick them.
Eric, you ever catch a brook trout?
Did I ever catch a brook trout?
Yeah.
100%. Not an
Really?
8-pounder, but
Uh-huh.
definitely caught some brookies for sure.
What's your favorite bait?
I got into trout fishing for like 10 years.
Like for brook trout up there is all fly fishing, but my bait,
Okay.
like I used to work at a walleye and trout camp, a walleye, trout, and pike camp in a lake. So you're fishing walleye in 30 feet and bang, 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 bang. That's a brook trout, man.
Huh.
And the funniest thing is, it was a 3-inch
Wow.
freaking smelt colored ripple shad, man. That was my favorite.
Ripple shad.
With a 1/4 ounce.
What's a ripple?
Ripple
Is that
shad.
like a
Power bait.
Power bait.
Like as crazy as
Cordell.
everybody's on spoons, and yeah, like the little Cleo was absolutely mind blowing.
Oh.
But the ripple shad was how I got the biggest trout in my life, man. Before Labrador. Yeah.
Huh.
As dumb as it is, man. It's freaking walleye jig. I got a 5.5 pounder my 3rd year in, a good while bit ago. It was on a glow in the dark
Man.
ripple shad with a chartreuse tail.
Huh.
5.5 pound brook trout, man. The guy, he mounted it, and I said, "You got to
Crazy.
put the jig in his mouth."
Right,
So he
right.
sent me a picture of his kitchen in the dark with the jig that's glowing.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. So my buddy Eric here
Yeah.
is a bait hoarder. This is nothing.
Okay.
You can see
Oh, I
all
thought
the
he had
lures.
shot.
Well, no, dude, this is his house.
Hold on.
That's okay. My house is like
Yeah,
that.
man.
Furs and feathers and all sorts of crazy shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Unreal.
Where's he from?
So he's not too far from here.
Okay.
Annapolis.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 2 hours south.
That's nothing.
Yeah, we fish together. We fish some team events and all bass fishing, smallmouth, large.
You know, for me, like I can count on my hand the number of times I fished bass in my life.
Really?
Because I live in the north. Like there is
Wow.
no bass. When I was little, I never fished bass. I fished for like little brook trout. But
You would-
like my first time bass fishing, I went down to Vermont on Lake Champlain with some guests
Yeah.
of mine from bike camp, and I said, "I want to catch a bass. I've never done it." I laughed so hard, man.
Why?
We had an inner canoe competition, and
Okay.
that thing was more intense than anything like you see on TV. Man.
Really?
Oh my god. We must have caught at least 3 bass. One that was at least 2.5 pounds. Just incredible.
Are you joking?
I laughed so hard, man.
Whoa.
I was 20 years old. I never
Hold
caught
on.
a bass. I said, "Screw this, man. We're going." And we're fishing out of a canoe.
That's crazy.
At the time. It was the funniest thing. It's like
So-
3 days before college started. I said, "Fuck, I got 3 days. Lake Champlain time." I would
And you
laugh.
caught it 2.5?
Boom.
You're excited about it.
Yeah, it's the first.
Bro, man, what? You got some serious issues.
Well, that's why. Like, I need to learn from a real bass fisherman. I do trout, walleye, pike, salmon, all sorts of stuff, but bass isn't my best. I caught some nice ones in Manitoba though this year.
Uh-huh.
Some smallmouth bass on some small hell gramites, like 1.5 inch hell gramites,
Right?
with
Hellgramites.
1/32.
Hellgramites?
See, that's-
Hellgramites?
Yeah.
Yes,
Thanks.
yes,
So
yes.
Hellgramites, yeah.
Ounce head.
Uh-huh.
Little hell gramite shit.
Oh,
So,
man.
That's how I caught them in Manitoba. It was fun, but
Sure.
still not monsters. Like nothing like huge.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing wrong with a 2.5 bass, especially 2.5 pounder. I mean, they're fun. But we like those big ones.
Yeah, because you're all on ego. For me, I just feel happy to touch a little tail, you know?
Okay.
I'm Canadian.
Right. Oh, goodness. I don't even know what to say. So, well, let's continue on. We're just going to roll tonight. At this point, it's open topic. We got a couch here.
Open topic.
We're waiting for some more people to come up.
Yeah, you're alone tonight. I was
I know.
expecting like a big party, dude.
Yeah, well, we're not that high class. What you got in your hands there? Is that a little crankbait reel? I know you're dying to talk about that, Eric.
All I see is arm like that.
Didn't I talk about it last week?
No, you.
I think I
showed-
did.
You shared it.
But
with
maybe
me.
we were out.
Which one is that?
Just-
Oh, I did.
he's had it.
Okay.
Reel.
Yeah.
Talk to
So
everybody
does
about
anybody recognize this crankbait reel?
I don't.
I'm not going to show you the logo. Maybe I already did. Anybody know what it is? Let's go. Which one is it?
L gramites.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
The thing.
It's old school. And who fished it? Who made this crankbait reel famous? Do you know, Travis? I told you, right? Do you remember?
You did tell me, but I believe I guessed it. Hey, here's our
Hey,
waiter.
what's up, buddy?
You did?
I got almost a full one still.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
I'm
Look at the
excited.
service here at the Best Western in Harrisburg. Unreal. First of all, I just want to make this. If you're in Harrisburg,
Hey, can you?
if you're in Harrisburg, and there's a Best Western premiere,
Dude, best
it
place.
is the best food
Oh my
ever.
God.
Some guys had ostrich last
Wow.
bison burgers, elk. I had a pork
Yeah.
chop that was unreal.
Ostrich?
Yes.
Ostrich, man, and it tastes like beef with a little like mushroomy side of taste, but it's big red meat. You don't expect that out of a bird.
All right. Jim
Yep.
guessed it.
BB1 lose. It's the lose
Jones-
BB1 by
Jones
Fritz.
got
You got
it.
it, man. He made it famous, man. And what was the feature on this reel that Fritz really liked? Does anybody know? Why did Fritz love cranking with this reel? I'm gonna wait for the comments to roll in because it's a little bit high.
Yep.
Travis, do you know? Why did Fritz like this reel? For
Because
cranking
I
in
believe
particular.
he was able to. There's a little give in the reel when you're reeling it.
Right. And why is that important? See the play in the reel?
Yep, because it allowed that
It's
fish
not
to suck that
infinite and
crankbait
irreversible.
down and get it further in its mouth. With the right fiberglass rod, you would not lose a single fish on that rig.
Mingo, man. It allowed that fish to suck in that bait. You got it, man. No bearings, too, from Jamie Newton, for sure. Man, you got to be good at casting and cast with this thing. Free spool for sure.
David Brown, there's no rats at the show. I'm sorry.
Look at these, man. These people are totally, they're dialed in. No, they're talking about the last show you were at.
Right.
They wanted a OD rat, dude.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Sean Lai. Everybody's got it, man. Look at that, man. Dudes are tuned in, man, to the BB1.
They're coming in.
You got some
Hooked up.
crankbaits enthusiasts tuning in here.
Uh-huh. My goodness.
The tiny horse, the tin horse, Monty. Do I win anything? Sure. A trip with Travis.
That's not a gift.
In Manitoba.
Oh,
Fishing
yes.
for brook trout
Send them up
with
to
Jay-Z.
wherever you are, Newfoundland. Is that how you say it,
Hey,
Newfoundland?
you make fun of me for Hal Grima, I'll make fun of you.
Newfoundland.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, right, man. Our boy Cherry had a bunch of those, no question about it.
Yes.
Hey, man, Captain Steve Chacona still fishes with these BB1s, man.
He does.
He buys them and redoes them, cleans them, gets them right.
How much
Oh, he
is
loves
that
them.
real worth?
I don't know, man. You can get these like for $80 on eBay. You know?
I gotcha.
Yep.
You want to go grab this?
Yeah, man.
Send them over.
So open topic, right? What does everybody else want to talk about tonight?
Yeah, I'll go grab them.
Open topic.
Oh, here's one for you, Travis.
Yes.
Best drop shot rod for the money.
For the money.
Yeah,
I'll be straight up.
yeah, not your really expensive ones that you.
I'll be straight up with you on this. I have no clue. I don't.
How's that possible?
I don't look at other rods.
All you do is drop shot.
I
All right.
run a
So,
Legend, a St. Croix
tell 'em-
Legend Extreme. It's a stupid $440 rod. I don't know the lower end models, you know? I just don't. Ideas? Eric, are you there?
Oh, family, man. I'm here. Hello.
What do you think would be a good drop shot rod that's like in the $100 range?
In the $80 to $100 range.
Yeah. Best rod under $1,400. Oh, best fly rod. Well, that was for FX. He just took off. Anyways.
Yeah.
Here's the deal, guys. I
I think probably like one of the Shimano rods, man.
Let me explain my theory on rods. So I fish every day. I want something that's super sensitive, and I think that the St. Croix Legend Extremes are really sensitive rods. Yes, they're $440. For spinning rods, I own 12 of them. But guess what? For the rest of my life, I will never have to buy another spinning rod because it's a lifetime warranty. If that rod breaks, they replace it. So in the grand scheme of things,
For how much?
$440 a piece. I have them.
But how much does it cost you if you break one?
It's $20 for shipping. That's all they ask for.
I mean, that, you know what? Then that's the answer. Buy one rod and fish it forever.
Correct.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
But if you could get 4 rods for the price of one,
They're not
I
going to
mean,
have a
you know,
lifetime warranty.
it's kind of tough, right? Because then you're stuck with a $440 rod.
Right.
Right?
Right. Yeah, hopefully some guys in the comments here can
Yeah, I agree.
help answer that.
Yeah, I think the X Brides by Shimano are good too. Somebody just chimed in. T Bathgate.
Okay.
I would agree, man. David Brown Loomis, you know I'm a Loomis freak, so for sure.
You know, back in the day, I actually used I don't even know, is carrot sticks even around? Those orange rods?
I don't know.
I used them and they were really light and sensitive. I liked them. They were under $100.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. It's all about the balance, right?
Yep. The cash-in rods, I've never used them. Like I've never been around anyone where I would use. Sure, I've had like Will's used Enigma rods and he's handed me it, you know, but there's no comparison between an Enigma rod and a Legend St. Croix Extreme. There's just, I felt it. I was like, okay, you can have your rod back. I've never found a rod that I love. You have to love the rod.
Right.
Like, you have to really, it's part of it's an extension of your hand, if you will, when you're fishing. And so it's really important to have the right rod that you're in love with. You have to be in love with your rod, as stupid as that sounds. Like I would never, I love them. And I know you have G Loomis and I've used your rods and they're good. But my theory is I already own all of these rods.
Good.
They're great. But I own these
They're
Legend Extremes.
fucking
Am I going to get rid of them all, Eric, and buy a bunch of G Loomises? No.
Yeah, no. At one point, you were thinking you were going to do it after you found my GLX, but Legend Extreme is just as light, just as balanced, and it works for you, right? You've got a good relationship with that company, so man, there'd be no reason to switch.
Well, I don't have a relationship. They don't sponsor me
You're
one bit.
used to how they perform. You know,
Eric,
you got your warranty, $20 for shipping.
Off of
No, what I mean is like
zero.
No,
I talk about the rods because I love them.
Fully understood. I said you got a relationship with the company, even though you pay retail. I got that part.
Okay.
Yeah, didn't say you were sponsored. No, I know you fish what you want. You know, you're not beholden to any brand. That's the cool part about the channel, right? We're brand agnostic, man. We fish what we want.
I love it.
Right?
Love it.
Yeah, man. Somebody asked, what's the best crankbait of all time? Baxter bait, man. You gotta like chime in, man. I got a few MVPs. I would say in the super, I'm gonna break it down this way. In the super shallow range, 0 to 1 foot, man's baby 1-.
Right.
In the 0 to 5 foot range, the original RC 1.5 by Lucky Craft.
Sure.
In the 0 to 6 foot range, the Rapala DT6. In the 8 to 10 foot range, man, that's where I start to get a little fuzzy because I'm normally cranking in 0 to 6. How about you? 8 to 10 foot. What are you going for? Maybe the Wiggle Ward.
DT
OG.
I love the Wiggle Ward.
DT10 for what?
Dude.
FX is back, by the
Well,
way.
Hey, a metallic pink.
FX, man.
Wiggle
FX,
Ward
what's up?
long for a walleye, and like it was 8 to 12 feet. So you're banging rock hardcore. That was insane in the north.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hot pink, man. People are like, I'm gonna catch fish. Well, you want to catch fish or not, dude? I don't care what they look like. I just want walleye.
Right. Hey, it's after hours.
Yeah.
Anything goes.
Yeah. So those are all
Chuck.
Those are all plastic baits. So the reason I don't like that DT10, Travis, is it's a profile bait. So in a smaller profile bait, and I go for the Wiggle Ward.
Sure.
What do we got now, man? Is that Chuck?
This is Chuck. Yeah. You know Chuck.
Big E.
Chuck, what up?
I gotta go to the bathroom. You guys talk about whatever you want to talk about, lake trout or whatever.
You know anything
Just like
about
that,
lake
eh?
trout, man?
Big Ear, are you guys still talking about fishing?
Yeah.
Hey, so Chuck, yeah, Chuck, we're talking about fishing, but I think people want you to introduce yourself. Since I did not introduce you, tell us about you, Chuck. What do you do? How did you meet Travis?
Well, Travis, one year we let him be in our row at one of the sport fishing shows,
We let him.
and we've been hanging out ever since then. I'm general manager of a fishing lodge up in Canada, Northwest Territories, Plumbers Lodges. We catch real fish, not like these bass things you guys do, but it's kind of probably the same. We do
How big are the fish you catch? What do you catch? Tell us about the fish you catch up there.
we do the world's biggest lake trout and the world's biggest Arctic char and the world's biggest Arctic grayling, which is probably something you guys are familiar with. We call them galing, you guys call them bass.
Yeah.
Hey, can I answer
Yeah.
writing?
So, what's
Wait,
the world
someone
record
asked,
lake
like,
trout? Do you guys hold?
rifle or
Do you
bow?
hold the world record
I
lake
do
trout
both.
up there at your lodge?
Sorry, FX is being rudely interrupting everybody.
I'm not understanding the chat thing.
We just got to talk to him first.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then we do this part.
Oh,
What happened?
See, I gotta know that. There's no internet where I am.
Are we okay?
It's so far so okay. I'm teaching FX how to work the internet.
Okay. Good. I'm back, guys. Sorry about that.
You didn't wash your hands.
I did.
So tell us about the world record fish.
Well, what's more important here?
Tell us about the world record fish that come out.
Now, let's talk about fishing first.
Okay.
We're all in this Leopard Print Hunter. I'm sorry. Let's talk lake trout.
Well, it is what it is. If you're a lake trout fisherman, you definitely know who Plumbers Lodges is, and you know where Great Bear Lake is. All the world records are from there. Great Bear Lake is the 4th largest lake in North America, and we're the only thing on the lake. I tell people if you see a boat on that lake, you're having dinner with that dude. It's the size of England.
Wow. How big is the world record lake trout? How many pounds?
72.
That's incredible. All right, what's the other one? Arctic char. What's the world record Arctic char?
32 and a half pounds. Also from the Tree River.
All right, what's the world record? 32. What's the world record grayling?
Just shy of 6 pounds.
Man, that's crazy, man.
So it's funny, Eric.
Unbelievable.
Dave
That's huge,
Mercer's
man.
Dave Mercer's been messaging us last couple of nights, it seems, and he's been up to Plumbers a few times, or once, right? Twice. So how was that story? Tell us about. So Chuck here, guys. Do we tell the story that you don't really fish much, and Dave bought you a? Tell that story. This is pretty funny.
Well, when I was a guide, I'm not really much of a fisherman, but I'm a hunter. And I'm definitely not much of a TV person. And then when Dave Mercer got in my boat for the first time to guide him, I had a sticker that said, "Kill your television" on it. And Dave said, "Chuck, do you know what we're doing here this week?" And I said, "Yeah, I do, Dave. Just so you know, let's be clear about this right now. I don't have a TV. I don't watch TV. I've never heard of you. I've never heard of your TV show. I'm not overly impressed about this whole thing, but I'm sure we're going to have a really good week." And Dave just paused. He looked at me for a second. He said, "We're going to have a great week." And that was it. I've been friends with Mercer ever since. That was 2005.
Wow. And then he bought you your first fishing rod.
Well, he didn't buy it to me. At the end of the week, he said, and as a fishing guide, getting a TV celebrity doing a TV show in your boat is never really a good thing, because for the most part, your tip is going to be based on the fact that they think you're going to get famous and be impressed with this nonsense. And at the end of it all, Dave looked at me and he goes, "Chuck," he goes, "I don't know if you want to continue to be the only fishing guide in Canada, maybe North America, who does not own a fishing rod. But if you would like a fishing rod, you can have my rod and reel right here."
That's funny.
And he gave me a rod and reel, and he also gave me $1,000 too, which is why we stayed friends.
honest man.
Oh, that's funny. I'm just reading the comments. They're hilarious.
They are, man. And whoever talked about beer, what's his name? Matt is definitely late.
Right.
He's not on top of his game tonight. He was better last night.
No.
Yeah.
Man, I'm excited. So we got a couple more days here at the show. A lot of people have been walking by, booking guide trips. We have a little game here. Well, these guys do because they're high end.
Dude, this is a sport.
It's a way of life.
Yes.
Way of life, yeah.
Well, not that. I'm just saying when you book a guide trip, you get to buy steak that evening.
Oh,
How many steaks have you been able to buy so far this week?
No red meat for me this week.
Not yet.
No.
I had ostrich yesterday.
Steaks are for closers.
That it is.
I just help people. Guess I'm a salad guy, dude.
That's right. So we're hoping that the Filthy Angler group joins us pretty soon. Are they still in there?
Hey, they went fishing yesterday morning.
I
They
know.
told no one.
So a group,
That's
the
so
Filthy
freaking
Anglers. If you guys
mean.
don't know them, they're like a lifestyle brand. Fishing apparel.
Oh my God.
Very popular in the Northeast. They decided to go fishing on the Susquehanna River yesterday morning,
And told no one about it.
and we didn't
It's
even
not
get
right.
invited.
Yeah. I mean, you guys told them about Leopard Hunter, and they just went out fishing with no one else. What is that?
Mm-hmm. I know. Oh, Russell. So Russell, did Russ give you some hair jigs, Eric? He's implying that in the comments.
Say it. Yeah. I bought a couple hair jigs for us, man.
I asked them to make me.
I haven't got a
I'm waiting for mine still.
chance to.
Hey, you want some hair?
They'll be in play up north.
Man, it's the same.
Right.
It's easy. Yeah. Just tell me what you want, man. That was actually a secret of mine at Walleye Camp. Like, the guys had all these rubber jigs, blah, 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 blah. I started remaking those old, like, marabou jigs that we used, like, when we were young.
Sure.
With a little, it was just these heads with a spoon under. I can't remember the name. Roadrunner jigs. So I would take a Roadrunner head and make, like, a marabou body on it with chenille. Dude, it was off the hook that year.
Really?
And I didn't even buy the things. I made them in camp in the evening. Oh, this color looked good. Dude, like, we went back to the old school.
FX. What color did you make them? FX. What color were you tying up?
A little crush on chartreuse tail with like a dark blue kind of tinsely body, and that worked good in the dark kind of weather. And then a white jig's always a go-to for anything. I mean, it looks good. They eat it.
So every time
Orange.
I walk past his booth, this was tying up little stuff, right?
That's what I let people think I do.
Jigs, ties. He's tying flies.
Yeah, man, we go through a lot in the summer. Like, I do 10
Man.
weeks of trout, so, I mean, the boxes got to be filled during the winter because you don't have time in the summer.
Someone asked earlier in the comments, and we missed it.
Yeah.
Chuck, where exactly is your lodge located on a map?
The Northwest Territories.
24 hours of sunlight in the summer, correct?
Northwest Territories, Great Bear Lake, Great Slave Lake.
You
Great
can't
Bear
miss it.
It's above the Arctic Circle.
Above the Arctic Circle. Unreal. Can you imagine?
That's
Eric,
crazy.
wouldn't that be a
That's
blast?
so cool.
Do you know they fish at
No.
midnight there and you don't even know it's midnight? Think about it.
Right. It doesn't get dark, right?
Doesn't that blow your mind?
It's 24 hours.
I never.
It does, man. Are you going to go up there?
What's that? You cut out. What was that?
I said, are you going to go up there?
I think we need to make a trip if we want to catch some big lake trout.
You don't.
No, I don't. You're right. Oh, man.
So can we talk about important things now?
Well, we did talk about our new business adventure.
Yeah.
Let's share it. So Chuck
get
is
back to
actually the co-owner of Leopard Print Hunter. We've just been having a blast with it. It's been growing since we started this live feed. We've got about 5 new followers, so thank you guys.
Leaps and bounds, baby steps.
We're getting dirt. Dave Mercer put a big shout out on his personal Instagram. Now, I didn't know Dave Mercer had 2 accounts. He's got the Facts of Fishing account, and then he's got an account about his beard.
Abdullah the
Really?
Beard Jabard, or
Wait, that's Dave Mercer?
What's it called?
Yes. No, wait, I was wondering who that was.
Abdul
Some
Abir
random guy?
Bar. Let me type it in the. Let's get some followers for Dave Mercer, guys. Flood Dave Mercer's.
Kareem,
I'm gonna find it right
Kareem underscore Abdul
I'm doing it right now.
underscore
I'm gonna
da
put it.
underscore beard.
he's doing it right now.
Are you gonna type it in?
Yeah.
Eric, are you typing it in?
Sure, if you want me to, sure.
Yeah, go ahead. Type it in for everybody.
Pretty cool.
This is funny. I looked at it. It's pretty interesting. He's pretty proud of that beard of his. Katie, website for who?
Right.
Eric,
Eric, you typing it in?
Oh,
There you go.
yeah, I fucked up. Kareem. I think it was it Kareem? No, it's Kareem.
Well, they'll do a search and figure it out. Anyways, anyone new,
Yeah.
here's ours. Leopard Print.
Print
This is getting hard.
Hunter.
Is that right? Close. Is it right?
Yeah, it's all right.
Here we go.
It's not in French. It's better.
Do you know Andrew Stanley, the trapper from up your way?
Nope.
No.
Sorry.
Where's Jimmy?
We're only up there in the summertime. Most of the trappers are doing their work in the winter, I imagine.
Yeah, you leave by what? August?
September.
You got ice on the lake by September.
No, probably not till October, but we get out of Dodge by mid-September.
I got you.
You guys lost your caribou hunt, so you can't stay as long. You can't.
Let me see if I can grab one of the Filthy Angler representatives real quick, okay?
Yeah, do that, man. And I'll just show a few plugs just to keep people interested. This, my friends, is a baby pig. The Zoom mutt was made to mimic it. It's a little thicker than the Zoom mutt, though.
That's important.
And it's baits. I want to talk balsa baits. Chuck, you don't even think about balsa crankbaits?
No, not at all. Not even a little bit.
Like maybe
What-
for yourself.
What kind of plugs do you troll for those big Lakers?
We use big Lure Jetson Husky T60s.
Whoa. How big is that bait? 6 inches?
Exactly. 6 inches, yep. 6 inches, two big.
Oh, crazy.
hooks.
That was a good.
They'll dive down to 23, 27 feet.
Two
depending
big
on
treble
the
hooks. You put it on a 27 feet. Wow, man. That's crazy. What kind of line are you using? What's the setup? What's the rig? Spinning rod? Level wind? What's the deal?
Well, if you're trolling plugs, you're probably a big bait caster on, like a Dakota 501 Shimano or something along those lines.
Okay.
80-pound braid with some fluoro.
What kind of line? Holy shit. 80-pound braid.
Here we go.
We got some filthy.
Filthy's in the house.
Hey, what's going on?
Filthy anglers in the house.
Yes. How are you?
How about that? Hey, we're doing great out here.
How about that?
Yeah. Awesome.
So, got a question. Since Travis at Smallmouth Crush launched his apparel line, let's get a rating by the Filthy Angler folks who have some like badass apparel. What do you give Travis on his first attempt on the apparel? Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Scale of 1 to 10.
1 to 10. He blows it out of the water.
There
It's
you go.
20, at least.
Come on.
All right, 100.
20.
1,000. Here
Travis
we go.
has
Blows it
gotten
out
the
of water.
20.
I gotta sit on this side.
That's right. Wait, what, you scooch-
There was no room.
Where we scoot
What?
which way?
If you want to set up my life, it's gonna get awkward, man.
Actually, I'll stand up here so I can read the comments at least.
Oh, here
Well,
we go.
the camera is set wrong now for you if you want to spy on us. All right, he's gone. Well,
Yeah, move the camera up a little.
All right, perfect.
I'm going to
Here we go.
Where are you going?
Well, it's looking like.
No, it's all right. It's all right. What we got? So tell
What
us
you
about
think, Chuck?
Filthy
Is that
Anglers
better?
and the history behind Filthy Anglers.
So, Filthy Anglers started in 2015. It originated in Boston, and now it's headquartered in San Diego. So, kind of on both coasts. Been doing a bunch of shows, so it's awesome. It's growing by like growing by the minute. Basically, they're coming out with new gear all the time. They're coming out with rain gear and tackle bags soon. So it's great. It's basically for fishing apparel, fishing gear. It's pretty cool.
Can you guys hear her okay? She's a little soft.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Tell me if you can't hear me.
No, I think she's fine. I'm picking her up. What's your name? I don't think Travis introduced you.
My name's Kayla. I'm sorry.
It's the naughty angler.
My name's
Kayla. Okay, Kayla. Nice to meet you, Kayla.
Nice
What
to
do you
meet you.
What do you do for Filthy? What's your role in Filthy Anglers?
So I'm an ambassador for the brand. So I basically, I work their shows for them. I rep them on social media. I wear their stuff all the time. It's really a great brand, a great company. I love everything about them, and it's really just like, it feels like a family. I just met them back in August at their annual fishing trip called Filth Fest up in Maine. So it's been pretty cool. So I've grown with them over the last few months.
Dynamite.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So how do we find you on Instagram?
So me on Instagram.
You could basically just go to hashtag Leopard Print Hunter.
You're a brand ambassador, right?
And you can see we follow her. You'll
Yes.
follow Leopard Print Hunter, and then you can follow her.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of booty shots in there.
Oh, John, she
has it
does
brought out
support
sometimes.
the
Oh.
Leopard Print lifestyle.
She was the original Leopard Print Hunter follow by Leopard Print Hunter.
She might be
That
our
was-
brand ambassador next
You
year.
were you were our first follow.
Yes.
The
It's
first
like
one
in
we
the
followed.
top
First
10, I'd say, for the shooters.
We only
and the
follow-
Gotcha.
hunters.
Okay,
We only
so
follow
she's the
around.
OG Leopard Print Hunter brand ambassador.
Absolutely.
Sounds like you're hired, Kayla. Now you have 2 jobs.
That's right.
If you want, I can negotiate your contract with Travis directly, and it will be expensive, Travis. Yeah, because let me tell you what I got for work at Travis's booth: 2 hats, a sweatshirt, and a T-shirt. I was busting out of the seams. How'd I do, Kayla? Did I make good money that day?
Oh yeah, you did good. You did great.
Soups and salads.
Leopard.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
What? You should be repping something leopard.
Well, we have well, I don't do the leopard thing. I don't wear the leopard.
Or
We
you
haven't
just
come
hunt-
out with the apparel
you
yet.
just
We're
hunt the
just
leopards.
still working on our brand.
You
you know?
don't want to be. Okay.
But I have to say, honestly, like I said at the show for at least 5 days now, the one person you see running around and just shooting all day is Kayla. I got to give it to you. Congratulations.
She's one of the better hunters.
She is one of the better hunters, and it's not about sex in this company. It's about quality of the hunt. you
Well,
know?
she's not one of the better hunters. She's one of the more enthusiastic hunters.
Enthusiastic.
Okay,
That's
all right.
perfect, Chuck. You
All right,
really
I'll
put the
put-
word
I'll
on.
take this somewhat
it
compliment.
gets somewhere up there. Like you'll improve. For
I'm
sure.
getting better. I just started.
You shot a non-leopard this today, but
Who shot the glasses?
was
Like
a guided
that
hunt.
blew my mind today.
See?
The glasses
The glasses.
blew my mind. I saw
Chuck,
him.
you guys,
but I was
back to
talking to the
fishing.
guy, like,
Chuck,
I
you
can't
guys,
do it.
Jake for Lakers.
Yeah, he just answered a little bit, but I think that's
we do a little
interesting.
bit. It depends on which lake you are. The guys at Great Slate, they do a fair bit of jigging, and the guys at Great Bear, they do 95% trolling. But it's not deep water, so nobody's really using any downriggers or dipsy divers, anything weird like that. It's all
Nice.
your lure maybe 16 to 25, 27 feet down. That's about it.
Hey, so Kayla, Sean I just donated $10 to Travis so he could hire you as a brand ambassador.
Wow.
So you got $10 coming your way. Actually, ask Travis for $10 right now.
I don't carry cash.
Travis, get your wallet out.
I don't
Let me tell you
carry
something. He doesn't carry cash. It's part of his game. I guess the drinks on Travis tonight, at least 2 rounds, you're due to get the $10 that Sean, because he'll pocket that. You got to watch him. He's slippery. That Travis Manson.
These are $4 Yinglings. We're good.
Shots? We can move the shots.
Nice.
No? No shots.
Well, it's been 3 days of shots and
I know.
running out, and
Well, what else you got, guys? Want to keep rolling? Want to cut this short? Ask the viewers. Should we shut this thing off and get back to our regular lives, or you guys want to hang with us for a little bit? Eric, let's talk something non-bait. I know we want to talk baits, but this is open topic. You got a couple guys drinking here in the background. I mean, let's have some fun with it.
Oh.
Do you want to know anything?
Yeah, since you're the drinking crew, you guys pick the topic and make it fun. I'm sitting in the bait room, man. You know I got baits on my mind, man. But if it's a show about fun, make it fun. Light it up.
Our favorite topic's leopard hunting.
Make it large. Let's go.
Got
Simple.
distracted.
You've kind of been
That's the
been
talk of the
talking
week,
about it,
man.
man.
Like,
Yeah, man. People
It's huge over there in the show. Like you see people and
are digging.
All right, I have a question. Do you fish? You must fish,
Just
right?
Eric fish.
Do you ice fish?
Yes.
Oh,
Do you ice
No, I don't ice fish.
How-
Look at all the baits behind it.
Never ice fished.
Never ice fish? How come? Not into it?
Well, I don't love being cold. So ice fishing doesn't do it for me.
Okay, I got it. I'm on the ice back.
Yeah, I love that. Do you ice fish?
Yeah, I ice fish. So we've been on the ice back home since before Thanksgiving. It's been pretty cool. But
Caleb,
Flagator 49.
Very cool.
Kayla's
what do you-
Instagram is on Leopard Print Hunter. You can find it there.
it's easy.
Okay, that's the only way we're giving it out. Leopard Print Hunter.
Awesome.
But Kayla brought up something
There it is.
that I noticed at this show. Like I talk a little bit with people about what I do back home, and no one's even heard of it. We have ice fishing on saltwater for cod and halibut in 500 feet of water, and no one knows of it anywhere.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we have a big fjord, and in a few years it's going to be huge again, just like Leopard Hunter. But
Unbelievable.
talk and
ice hunt, yeah.
people are gonna get into it. You just need to get the information out there, because between fishing for crappies in 6 feet and 21-pound cod in 500 feet, I think is a little bit more exciting, you know?
Hey, Will just texted me. Will from
That's
God's
crazy.
Baits. He wants to know, Chuck, do you jig for Lakers? He wants to know.
I told him.
He wants to know.
Well, first off, I don't really even like fishing, so no, I don't.
Do your clients?
Yet my clients do.
What kind of jigs do they jig for?
Like those white ones. Like with the heads
The white ones.
big or something like that. They like them. They seem to do well.
White swim?
Yeah, just
White swim
give the white ones.
Yeah, probably something like that.
Okay.
It sounds familiar.
5-inch jigs, whiter chartreuse. If it ain't
Oh.
chartreuse, it ain't no use.
Yeah.
And I've heard that before.
Now, guys, let's talk about real quick. So Chuck had a little issue last summer. You almost died up there, right? Tell us the story. You got hit
Whoa.
by a dump truck, or what was it?
What? Tell me.
Well, I got run over by a fuel truck. I broke my leg in a couple places. It wasn't the best summer for sure.
How did that
The
happen?
worst pain he's ever felt.
Yes.
You had to get flown in, right? Because you were hundreds of miles away from a hospital.
We refer to it as flown out.
Were you hunting
But
leopards?
yes.
What were you doing? Yeah.
We were just backing up a fuel truck to an airplane, and things didn't go super well. And next thing you know, I was underneath the fuel truck. So I did crutches the rest of the summer.
Crazy.
But anyway, that really cut into my fishing time. I didn't fish much after that.
Oh,
I've seen the comments. People are talking about electric reels. They are available, but real fishermen use the arm. Electric reels for like
Yes.
this handicap. You got one arm for veterans. Real guys, you do this, man. Shit. Electric reels.
It was my leg, not my hand.
It was your
Hey, Chuck. This is the first time I heard about the fuel truck, so I'm just curious. Like, were you in another vehicle? Were you walking around? What happened?
Well, the fuel truck was actually backing up to one of the float planes, and it sort of slipped the brakes and started to go, and I put the chalk underneath, jumped over the chalk, and I had $1.5 million airplane on this side of my view, and this runaway fuel truck on this side, and in that quarter second, I made the very foolish decision that I could probably stop a fuel truck, and it turns out I really couldn't. And I was barely a speed bump for it, and it crushed my leg, and that was, I totally don't recommend it.
Damn. That's crazy.
Speechless.
But it's good now. My leg's all fine. I'm back in the hunt. You know, I had a lot of clean
Thank God.
storm leopard
You're back in
yesterday.
They want to know
Get
what
back in the
Filthy
leopard
Angler
print
won.
hunt scene. It's good to have you.
Opinion on DC Real.
So Eric, what day do you think you're going to show up and bless everybody with your presence
Was it at least mobile?
at the show?
It's looking like Sunday.
Really? Okay. Good. You can help break down the.
Yeah.
You can help tear down
Buddy,
the booth.
oh no, that'll cost extra. I'll be out of there at 5.
Maybe Filthy Anglers will hook you up with a hat.
Definitely not.
Oh, it's possible. Yeah, I could be swayed into it.
Guys, if you want to get
Interesting.
in,
Filthy Anglers giving me a hat. Help break down your booth.
we got a new group of guys coming in real quick to say hi.
Big E, thank you. Good to see you, bro. See you Sunday.
Yes, Chuck. Great seeing you, man.
Hey, Bass Boy, get down here and talk about your baits real quick.
Oh, come on.
We got a manufacturer of bass baits. We're gonna sit down and talk to you guys. Z Bait.
Plug your stuff. There's like 9 people watching this.
No, there's more than that. Z Bait Company.
We were just in the other room. There's more than 9 people.
Killer already made $10 today.
Tell us
already.
about your company and what kind of baits you make and blah blah blah.
Yeah, so my company is Z Bait Co. We're out of southeastern Pennsylvania. We make a ton of stuff for bass fishing, both smallmouth and largemouth. We're known for our tournament grade stuff, which is a lot stronger plastic, so you can fish with a whole bunch of single pieces of bait for a lot longer than most other stuff that you've probably ever used. And it's all manufactured right here in the United States. So, you can just check out zbaitco.com. Most of our orders come direct, so be sure to check it out.
Absolutely. So, what's the #1 selling bait that you guys offer?
So the #1 selling bait, it's called a bamboo bomber. It's a creature crawfish hybrid bait. It comes in 10 colors right now, and you can fish it on a shaky head or a drop shot, or use it as a jig trailer. So it's a super versatile bait, and there's no other company in the entire world that sells anything that looks anything like it right now, until somebody copies it, because a lot of guys are using it on FLW Tour and a couple other of the tours that are national level tours. So,
are you checking it out right now, Eric?
No, I bought some.
You bought some? Okay. Like you need any more baits?
yeah, you and us all.
Yeah,
Until you own a bait company, and then you really don't need any more bait.
exactly.
That's funny.
There you go. Here's the lure he's talking about,
Yeah,
everybody.
that's it.
Can you see it?
Nice.
That's awesome.
Boom.
So, what does that look like to you, Eric?
Pretty fat.
Kind of a hybrid brush hog, or no?
Yeah,
Is that what it is? Yeah.
I think you just said that, Travis. There's nothing like it in the world. So why would you ask that question? And by the way, what's his name?
Keep the conversation
This
flowing, Eric.
is the founder of Z Bait Company. Normally, you introduce the person.
Dude, this is open mic night. Anybody?
I think it's Greg. No, you got to introduce him. What's his name? Do you know your guest's name?
Yeah, Z Bait Company.
This is Hunter
Oh, yeah.
from Z Bait,
No.
Hunter,
the
yes.
founder
Yeah.
of Z Bait. I'll do it. You like me more than the boys? That's right. Cheers,
Very
guys.
Can you type in
Cheers.
your
nice
comment,
job, Kayla.
please, in the comments? There you go.
No, I typed it in. I typed it in earlier.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah.
Right when he came on.
Good.
Cool.
So Don
Z,
likes it.
Z-E-E.
Bait. Show it again. They want to see it again.
I'll show it again. People are out. Give me a sec. There you go, guys. Z Bait Company. Z-E-E. That's the bamboo stick, correct?
Oh, it's called the bamboo bomber. So it's made for
Get a
punching.
little closer.
Most people use
Thank
it
you.
for drop shot and for jig trailers now. So they don't have any salt in them, so they're super durable because of that, and they're all super buoyant. So if you go on YouTube and you type in Z Bait Co. and then you type in bamboo bomber after that, there's a whole bunch of videos that show how much action it has, and you can see a couple different ways to rig it. And then we're gonna have our FLW Pro Tour guy, Hunter Freeman, who we just sponsored a couple weeks back. He'll be making a bunch of rigging videos to show you guys how to use it in the next couple weeks.
Nice.
That thing looks filthy on a shaky head and filthy on a drop shot too. I mean, that tail gives a super action. You demonstrated for me in the booth, and it looks fat. I'm telling you, it's gonna get some big bites.
Yeah.
You don't see many people throwing a bait like that on a shaky head, right? It's a compact, bigger profile, in my opinion.
So
And
we have a
that
lot
tail
of,
stands up and it just kind of flaps. It's got a beautiful action to it.
we have a
So,
lot of
and on a
guys. We have a lot of guys watching.
shot, it's pretty sick. You can power shot with that. I think I'd like to power shot that bait, with like a quarter ounce weight.
Yeah, I pretty much.
Travis, we're trying to talk about the bait for 1 second. You know what I
I
mean?
was going to ask him, on the tidal water, what has been the most popular color you've sold to guys that fish tidal water? All of your bait line, like what would be a good color to use?
I mean, so we fish on the tidal water would be like the Chesapeake Bay. That's the closest thing to where we are right now in Harrisburg. Tidal water would be, we have a green pumpkin, black and blue flake, which is pretty popular.
Yeah.
Just because you're usually talking stained water in tidal water area. We have a color called Erie Shiner, which is pretty good. It's a green pumpkin kind of with gold color flake in it. And, any of your darker colors are really what's going to be good in the tidal water, unless it's, if it hasn't rained in a while and, and you're further up in a tidal water estuary, then, you can use a lighter, more see-through kind of color. But yeah, that green pumpkin, black and blue is usually going to be pretty good in any tidal water scenario. Especially in that bamboo bomber, if you're fishing any tidal water that's got grass, you can flip that straight into grass, and even on a power drop shot, it's going to come straight through the grass, and it's not really going to get hung up or anything like that. So, pretty versatile bait. Shaky head is really good on that as well. Not throwing that into grass, of course, because then it's going to probably get stuck in some of the grass. But yeah, the other bait that if you guys are fishing any kind of tidal water would be our mud puppy. That's even more of a crazy bait than the bamboo bomber is. And if you're throwing it in tidal water, you can throw it like a fluke. That's probably the easiest way to explain it to somebody. It is a 7.5-inch profiled bait, so it's a pretty big bait. But it fishes just like a fluke. But in tidal water, it kind of looks like an eel / kind of looks like, it looks like a mud puppy or a water dog or a
Dude, that looks
salamander.
legit.
It's the only bait on the market with a perpendicular tail, so it actually swims, especially if you throw it on a chatterbait. A lot of guys that fish tidal water put, swim bait trailers, but if you cut that in half, I know telling somebody to cut a bait that they just bought in half is kind of crazy, but if you can catch a 7-pound fish in tidal water, it's largemouth or smallmouth. I use it to catch stripers as well, our white color, so that's pretty cool. It's kind of an unusual bait to catch stripers with.
I love it. By the way, Northeast Bass Fishing says Kay looks good.
Check out the sides, 1/2 inches.
You have to find that out on her page.
You found the auger. So they found the Instagram page. So
They got
went
it.
to the
They got
Leopard
it.
page.
Oh, they
Yeah,
went
so
to the
Kayla
Leopard
has
page.
some videos. She likes to drill holes apparently, and ice fish.
Some guy videotapes it all.
Yeah.
Somebody videos.
No, that's cool, man. Those are pretty cool baits, Eric. You in on that? I like that chatterbait idea as a trailer.
Yeah, if you go on YouTube, you guys can see all those videos.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm just reading through the.
Yeah, on the Upper Bay, I don't know if anybody knows it out there, but the Upper Bay and the Potomac River are the number one. I think it might be the Potomac, the number one exporter of American eel overseas to Japan. That's the number one export to Japan for eel, freshwater. And so there are not many baits out there that mimic a freshwater eel, and that is definitely on the diet of a bass. And so I'm curious about that bait, especially during the spawn, because, with fish are bedding, they're super protective over their beds. You put that nasty looking eel in a bed, I just gore and just crush it with a vengeance. It's an alternative to a lizard.
Cool.
I think
Well, what do you think, man? Should we end this program, or what do you want to do here, Eric? You're loving it.
I'm in charge. Ask the audience, man.
I'm way up here.
Yeah, man, this is small. This is small. Craig Eric show, man. So ask the audience. Let's see if they want. You know, you got 64 people. Numbers are dropping a little bit. Video, man. So you might have some stray cast people that dumped out. Who knows, man? Dancing eel, Bill Dance, right on.
Do you want to get an Alaskan salmon guide on? He's pretty legit. I mean, if you guys want to hear about salmon fishing.
Hey, are you going to the stuff in New York show? Someone asked me.
Yeah.
I'd bring him on. Why not?
There he is. Check this out. So
Beer service.
The dancing
Hotel
salmon
lobby,
guy.
and we're getting beers brought to us. This is great.
Ooh, you got another one?
Yeah, we got one coming. Thank you, sir.
You need one?
No.
Thank you, thank you.
That's good.
Just go. Check back up.
Eric, do you need a beer? You good?
Yeah, man. No, I'd love a rum and coke if you could get me one, man. It'd be awesome.
It's on the bar behind you. What is that?
That's
all
tackle,
lures?
dude.
That's all lures.
Dude, you don't even know.
That's a lot of hard
Are you
baits.
kidding me?
Hey, Hunter.
Yeah.
Hunter. Somebody asked if you made any custom colors, man. You didn't make any special runs?
Yeah, we're gonna start doing some more special runs come this spring, and it just kind of tough because there's so many. We have to run quite a large number now in some of the stuff that's like from the mud puppy or the bamboo bomber. Those are all custom runs to begin with, so we have to run quite a lot just to do that. So if anybody has a tackle store and they want to have us be sold in their local tackle shop, you can tell your tackle shop too. We can run custom runs for their specific store. There's just obviously some minimums involved in that, but it's not too high because we're kind of a boutique company, so we can run smaller runs. We do have tournament guys that order custom colors, but you're talking a couple thousand pieces that a single guy will purchase.
Got it.
A couple friends, you know. So it's not like a ton if you fish a lot,
Sure.
but it's always possible.
Well, I mean, let's just say you got 10 guys together to order 1,000 baits, right? So if 1,000's the minimum run for a custom color, you do it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're talking a little more than 1,000, but I mean, it's not much more. 10 guys, yeah, you divide that amongst 10 guys, and I'll keep some too and probably sell it as well.
Sure.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
Right on. Okay. Yeah, man. I got a couple colors in mind. You got any new laminates coming out for 2020?
Yeah, so at the show here, we have our catalog, and if anybody ever wanted to see some of the new colors, if they were just go on our website and email me, I can send them a digital version of our catalog. And we have about 12 new colors coming out, most of which are going to be laminate colors and a lot more drop shot colors for those guys
Nice.
in the Northeast area.
Right on.
Scoot, just a little.
Yeah, I think that's going to be awesome, man. I mean, I'm a big fan of laminate. Yeah, man. I love a laminate color, so glad to hear you're coming out with that.
Man, so I'm just catching up
And people
here.
back for Morning Dawn. Is that one of the new colors coming out?
Yeah, we've been working on a Morning Dawn, but we've been trying to make one that's a little different than everybody else's because the big fish, they learn what certain colors are, and the big fish over 5 pounds won't bite stuff that's sort of the same color and same profile. So we're trying to make a Morning Dawn that's a little more unique, maybe a little more flake in one way or a little more powder to make things a little bit different. So hopefully by about June, maybe we'll have a Morning Dawn in our drop shot baits, and some people want Morning Dawn in that big mud puppy too. So
yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, we have a couple.
Oh, Sean Lai, he's got a really good Gobi imitator color, man.
Yeah, so we have a couple of variations of Gobi. Just depends if you want red flake or gold flake. Some guys want purple flake. So we have a lot more green pumpkin, purple flake stuff coming out. We don't really have any sand colors. We have sand colored tubes. But one of our nationally ranked guys wants a Gobi color in our twig, which is a 4-inch super finesse stick bait. It's probably the smallest stick bait on the market as far as like profile size. We released that at ICAST last year, so hopefully we'll have some Gobi colors in that, and then Gobi colors in that bamboo bomber too, because that's used for drop shots so much.
Right on.
Sweet.
I don't think Travis will tell anybody about it, but Travis had an experience where he was throwing Morning Dawn, and the fish ran from it. You can see it on his depth finder. The fish just moved away from it.
Yep.
So Travis, do you feel like you want to give it up? Not to put you on the spot or anything.
No, I had a.
What did you
situation-
switch to?
I had a Man, yeah, you're putting me on the spot. I had a situation where, God, okay, it's only a handful of people on here. I'm not sure if we're gonna replay this. So,
replay
Yeah, there you go. There's the twig.
there it is.
That's the 4-inch finesse stick bait, everybody. Just FYI. Yeah, man.
So here's what we did. I was on the lake and I used live scope and I can see the fish bite my bait, whatnot. I was throwing the morning dawn robo worm and the fish were leaving. They were scared of it. They would come up to it and just swim away as fast as possible. So my buddy Matt Pangraff from Bass Talk Live shared with me a color called Morning Sunrise. And he only had a handful of that color. And he gave it to me and those fish would bite it. They wouldn't run from it. And I ran out. And so I talked to Eric the night before that event and he gave me a tip. We took a morning dawn robo worm and we dipped it in orange spike it. And it was pretty close to the color I was looking for. And it was, needless to say, I own 30 packs of Morning Sunrise right now. Fair enough.
Don't sleep on that color just up there, man.
Yeah, house is sold out of that color.
During the
Are they?
spawn in a very popular
Yeah,
fishery,
so-
Travis, that you and I know,
Gosh.
Morning Sunrise is the deal.
Mm-hmm.
During the spawn.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. It's a good one to mix in, Rojas.
Right. Oh,
Right.
That's right. So I guess, listen, I don't know how many we got. We're losing people. Oh, they're up there. So I think
66.
I think we're
Yeah.
pretty good, Eric. This was
Hey, let me
fun.
answer that question.
Yeah. So you got a question on here?
Hey, Don.
Sure, man.
so-
It's great to have
Yeah.
this special guest.
Like, say what the question is. So here's a question.
Yeah, so Don asked, do you like the Trapper Tackle hooks? He says that because he's looking on my website right now, and we do still retail them. I will tell you right now, I didn't use them a ton, but what I did use was their drop shot hooks, specifically on our bamboo bomber and on that twig. And I had some friends go to Canada using the drop shot hooks from Trapper Tackle when they were still a fully functioning company, and they taught guys who had never drop shot fished how to fish, and they caught over 40 fish with perfect upper lip hooks and everything using those hooks. I believe in their drop shot hooks. As far as their EWGs, I've never really used them too much, but their drop shot hooks are good if you can find them. Maybe try a pack out. I know they don't make them anymore, but we do still have some on our website.
Perfect. Well, what do you think?
Travis, man, you got to get some of those Trapper drop shot hooks as much
I
as you
think we're
drop
gonna
shot.
try them
bro.
out.
They're pretty
We can
good.
Try 'em out.
Try them
Yeah,
out.
they're pretty good.
I've heard enough about them now.
The drop shot hooks.
I've been holding off.
Yeah.
Maybe it's worth a try just to see. Are you up for that challenge, Eric?
I'll
Maybe
get you
this
guys
summer
some.
when we go up there.
Totally, man. I mean, we'll use the Gamakatsu, right? I mean, the
Yeah,
drop shot
with
shiner
that.
hook,
That's what I
Drop
and then
shot.
the Trapper hook and see. We'll put it to the test. Why not?
It's all about that's what's so cool about fishing. It's all about experimenting and trying new things. And as dumb as that hook looks, let's all admit it looks stupid,
yeah.
right? Maybe it'll work.
It does.
For a smallmouth, when you're drop shotting with that, it gives you a perfect upper lip hook almost every time, which is kind of hard to believe. But and once it's pinned in their mouth like that, it's such a small hook, it like double pins itself. And you teach a bunch of amateurs who don't know how to drop shot fish, like the first thing you tell them is how to like set the hook correctly so they don't like mess anything up. And they were teaching two guys how to fish, and they said over 40 some fish, every hook was perfectly set. So kind of made me believe a little more than I did.
There you go, man.
Are they still in business? We're getting some.
Oh, man.
Oh no!
Oh,
so-
they're out of business.
So they went out of business. So you can still find,
What?
You can, yeah. So you can
How
still
you
find
gonna
their hooks
I
on
know.
Tackle Warehouse. My website, I have some. If you are super interested or you've used them in the past, I do have quite a few bulk packs in back stock. So if you email me or find my email on our website, I can certainly sell you them that way, unless Travis takes them.
I might check them out. Well, that sucks that they stopped making them. You got me all excited.
Yeah, they claimed it's because of the tariffs, but
They're blaming Trump. You know what? Screw that.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go.
There's a reason I don't import anything from China, because it's made in America. We don't have to worry about that.
Well, China needs to learn a lesson first and foremost.
Yeah, Travis, what's up with that, man?
I'm just saying, Brohim. Don't get me started here.
Buy American.
We're not ready for this.
Buy American. Did you watch the State of the Union last night, Travis?
Yeah, I saw some highlights of Nancy Pelosi
I watched every minute of it.
and the clone bin.
And?
The clone. What's his name?
Am I the only one who didn't watch it?
Well,
Whoa.
you were probably.
Joe Biden?
Right.
Had a date with them.
Yeah, Hunter and Kyle, if you guys want to be very entertaining, yes, Joe Biden is a clone. Yeah.
Joe Biden is probably.
The astral
I believe he
stream.
died 2 years ago. I'm serious.
Yeah.
No, they made him in a facility.
Oh.
You guys will be entertained for hours.
Linkage between the brain cells wasn't perfect.
C2 goes, let's keep it
Here
simple.
we go.
Eric, you opened it up, Brohim. I thought that
There's the conspiracy
conversation.
theory part of the
Hey,
show,
you
folks.
know what?
I
Eric, we didn't even talk about, before we left, we went to the Ike Live
What?
part, or Ike charity
The charity event.
Let's talk about that.
Oh
real quick.
yeah, the Ike Foundation Scholar Dinner
Yes.
is what it's called. Yep.
What'd you
Yes,
think?
and the Ike Foundation raises money for kid education fishing. So they hook them early in fishing, and the kids are supposed to get involved and give back to the community and improve the local waters, and they have projects, and it's a rigorous scholarship application project, and then they select their scholarship recipient. I think they've raised $45,000 since they've been around. I don't know what they raised that night, but it seemed like it was a good event, man. A lot of support. It was awesome.
I got a pretty good idea. At least I know somewhat dollar amount that they raised for sure. So you got into a bidding war to fish with Ike and Ellie, did you not?
Yeah. Yeah. So it was, they had, baskets and things you could bid. So everybody bought their stack of tickets for $100, and, you put your ticket in the bag, and, Travis and I didn't win anything. Mike's wife announced, hey, we're going to auction off live a day on the water with Mike, Ike, and Ellie. It'll be in the fall. Probably see, PA area, or maybe somewhere where he's fishing. And, I came that night with a mindset to donate to the foundation because I believe in the cause. I like to give back. And so the bidding starts, it's getting kind of feverish, man. It got up to what, $800, $1,000. And then it kept
climbing.
going. And a husband and wife that were phoning in their bid for the day with Ike from Texas. And we were kind of in a bidding war, right? Would you say it was a bidding war, Travis?
I would say after 2,500, I was like, Eric, have you been drinking? And he's like, I haven't had a drop of alcohol tonight. I'm like, bid away.
I didn't drink anything that night. Anyway, so everybody at my table kind of shamed me and said, look, it's a husband and wife trying to fish with Ike. Stand down, man. So I stood down, and they won the bid. I think it was $3,100. And so, like 5 minutes later, Becky Iconelli comes over to the table and says, hey, do you still want a day with Ike? We're going to do another one. And I said, sure. So I ended up donating $3,100 to the scholarship fund.
There you go.
And I'll get a day on the water with Ike. And maybe I'll invite you, Travis, for all the days that you've invited me on the water, and we could shoot something live. But I will tell you, when I got there, Ike was like, epic, Eric, what is going on with your crankbait collection, man? And we talked crankbaits for literally 35 minutes straight.
Right.
And then people want to take pictures with them. So I'm like, Mike, you got to do your thing, man. And so basically I'm bringing some crankbaits. We're talking crankbaits for sure. So if that's going to bore you, you're out. I'll get one of you. And we can auction that off. What do you think, man? No, I won't do that. But it'd be fun, man. It'd be fun. Can't wait to talk crankbaits with that, because he's a crankbait fool like me. Yeah, it'll be cool.
I love it. So listen, so you are you're I don't know if it's on my end, but the voice has been pretty bad coming through the communication here for this feed. So let's end this. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. you know, I don't know how this feed. I'll check tomorrow if it's going to work and I can post it permanently on the YouTube. If it doesn't, we'll do the same thing. We had that mishap last week where I'll just post the video we did about expanding your area when we fished that bank. A lot of you guys may have joined us a little late. Pretty good video. If that doesn't work, we're going to just post the video that we just watched earlier in the event, and we'll go from there, buddy. Thanks for everybody watching.
Yeah, man.
Man, this was
Awesome.
fun. All right, say goodbye, guys.
Yeah, it was
We'll
great.
see you, Eric.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, Hunter, good to see you, man. Yeah, nice
All
to
right.
meet you. Travis, good night.
See you Sunday.
Take care, everybody.
Later.
Peace.
Peace. Hold on, I don't even know what I'm doing. We're still live, Eric.
Still on
Don't say
live.
anything yet. Uh-oh.
No.
How do you close this
Where's-
thing? Hold on, let's see. There's people still want more, Eric. We gotta go. How do you do this?
You close that. Yeah, close that.
Main scene. Normally there's a button down here that just says,
Finish. Oh, you missed it.
oh, was it there? Oh, there it
Finish.
is. Here we go. And broadcast.